Each July since 1984, a truly unique experience has taken place in the Heartland. For the last 11 years, it has happened on a 580-acre farm somewhere between Peoria, Illinois and Davenport, Iowa, in a quiet hamlet known to thousands as a home away from home. For in the first week of July, Bushnell, Illinois becomes ground zero for all that matters in the exciting world of faith-fueled art. Cornerstone comes to town, and everything changes. In 2002, Cornerstone happened again, and in a big way. Over 25,000 people made the trek to the rural environs now known as the Cornerstone Farm to catch some 300 concerts on 11 official stages and who knows how many unofficial ones. With more bands than ever, more stages, more seminars, and more time set aside for worship, this was certainly one of the strongest programs yet. But as anyone who has been there will tell you, it's not about the program, it's about the passion. A passion for music, a passion for teaching, a passion for worship, a passion for art, a passion for film, a passion for prayer, a passion for fellowship, a passion for God. CornerstoneFestival.com brought the action home with better daily video reports, images, and written reports. Hundreds of thousands checked out the festivities online. Over 50 hours of video footage was shot, and for the next half hour, you'll see the best of the best moments. Once again, we'll tour the music and moments of the Cornerstone experience. Welcome to the Cornerstone 2002 Video Scrapbook. The official start time for Cornerstone has been creeping forward each of the last few years. Though the full battery of stages didn't fire off until Wednesday, there was plenty going on long before that. For thousands of people, Cornerstone has become a week-long event. When the gates opened at 8 o'clock a.m. on Sunday, June 30th, a full 3 days before the official program began, a steady stream of cars poured through the gates. Within minutes, the tent city began to appear. Within a couple of hours, drums could be heard, then guitars. The generator stages, as they've come to be known, spread like wildfire. By sunset, there were several of these makeshift stages cranking away. Food was cooking on grills, campsites were being personalized, and friends were being made. The experience was underway. On Monday, a new first was in store for the early birds. Steel Roots, a cutting-edge music and sports show on the INSP network, brought the massive live wire stage to the fest for the first time. Set up in one of the parking lots, the stage was much bigger and slicker than anyone had anticipated. The full day of shows, mostly from hip-hop and punk acts, was taped for future broadcast on the INSP network. Though the stage struggled with power issues during Pillar's explosive set, the early birds definitely got a lot more than the worm thanks to the live wire stage and Steel Roots.
Hey, Cornerstone! Y'all ready for a little late night party? You're running the place, never in to make a plan from the brand that you plan. Today that your life begins, you're caught up in the bad place. Your faith is weight, the darkest place from every day. So we bring what you can say and glory and honor to the one we call the king. You gotta fix your eyes on him. You know the death is waiting to see, so open up your eyes.
Tuesday has been officially known as Tooth and Nail Day since 2000, the label that absolutely leads the pack when it comes to edgy modern rock, punk, alternative, and all other relevant styles, definitely makes its presence known at Cornerstone. Though many of their acts play several times throughout the fest, Tuesday brought a barrage of 30-minute sets on 2 stages, back-to-back from morning until, well, morning. Over 36 bands in all, Tooth and Nail Day is a raging event within an event, and more people are digging the chance to survey so many bands in such a relatively short time. From major names to upstarts, they're all here if they call Tooth and Nail home.
Do you wanna dance with me? Do you wanna hold my hand? Are you scared I got it? Let's go! Chance
In the evening, the gallery stage and the Cornerstone magazine stage got rolling with more laid-back, rootsy, and experimental fare. The gallery stage opened with a special worship celebration led by Glenn Kaiser and the various friends he featured on his No Greater Love worship album. New York's Annie Quick and Stickman Jones took the stage next with a provocative blend of folky roots rock. Ticklepenny Corner took their rapidly rising reputation as one of the most exciting new bands on the scene up a notch with an inspired performance, which was followed by sets by The Wayside and a new high water mark for the always exciting Urban Hillbilly Quartet. Roots music ruled the night at the gallery Tuesday.
There is one way to escape and be prepared to meet the Lord. When the mushroom of destruction bottle is a shielding sword. Surely stand beside you and you'll never taste of death. Your soul will fly to safety and eternal peace and rest. Are you ready for the great atomic?
Meanwhile, 2 tents down, the Cornerstone magazine stage was cranking up for the evening. Sporting the coolest tent on the grounds, one with no poles to obstruct the view, the Cornerstone mag stage brought an incredible set of the post-experimental urban tribal mania of Busker Kibbutznik, followed by the classical guitar wizardry of David Beagle, and a special gathering of artists with the Drum Circle Worship Time. By the end of the day Tuesday, over 43 acts had brought an amazingly diverse blend of music, from hardcore to hip-hop, flamenco to blues, and power pop to Americana, to a crowd eager to soak it all up. Only an event as massive as Cornerstone could have a day of 43 concerts on 4 stages be considered a warm-up. Though thousands had been on site for 3 days by the time Wednesday rolled around, it was obvious that the big event had arrived with the opening ceremony at Main Stage and the commencement of classes at Cornerstone University. The seminar tents were often packed to capacity as more people than ever decided to take advantage of the incredible depth of teaching available to them. Over a dozen separate venues offered seminars, classes, and workshops on a wider variety of topics than ever before. The kids flocked to the Creation Station and Outrageous for Kids tents for their own unique Cornerstone experience, while teens jammed the gallery stage tent to full capacity for the Breakaway Youth Retreat. The Imaginarium explored the outer limits of fantasy with a special emphasis on the dark side, and the Flickerings Film Festival flourished in its second year. Of course, Wednesday also brought the full battery of music to the Cornerstone landscape. With hundreds of bands delighting the crowds each year, it should come as no surprise that thousands of fans decide to take the music into their own hands. New bands spring up at Cornerstone faster than weeds, and the New Band Showcase is one of their highest aspirations. Over 450 bands vied for a chance to play one of the 16 slots at Cornerstone. The ones who made it did themselves proud.
So many talented bands that, we thought we'll send it and we'll submit, but we'll never get on. But yeah, it was a dream come true.
Hailing from Kentucky, the classic blues rock of Big Tone was a welcomed addition. They were followed by the instrumental experimental rock of Saxon Shore and veterans of the independent underground Fine China. Meanwhile, a couple hundred yards away, the indoor stage opened for business in the early afternoon with sets by Further Seems Forever and Denison Mars. Next, one of the true buzz bands of the year wowed the crowd. Sleeping at Last, who have been a Cornerstone regular for years, had recently signed with the major label Interscope Records, making them one of the most talked about bands on the grounds. Their dreamy, articulate, and sublimely musical sound answered the hype resoundingly. Also running all afternoon was the Silent Planet acoustic stage, offering a more laid-back environment and a full roster of rapid-fire artists. The acoustic stage has become a favorite haunt of many fans. And as if that wasn't enough, the Decapolis label showcase stage raged from 1 in the afternoon until long past dark. As evening dawned, bringing with it a welcome relief from the heat and sun, a whole new realm of venues cranked up. Larry Howard brought his blues night back to the gallery stage. The HM stage branched into alternative territory with sets by Luxury, 1,000 Foot Crutch, Viva Voce, and Justified. The Cornerstone magazine stage was packed for an extremely diverse night of music. The night opened with the plaintive acoustic music of Denison Whitmer. Esther Drang once again proved that the ever-building hype they enjoy is well-deserved. What they lacked in stage presence, they more than made up for in brilliant musicianship. Due to a last-minute schedule change, modern rockers Skillet took over the stage, literally, and packed it to well beyond capacity.
We've not played here in 2 years, so hopefully the idea is that there's some people here that have been really wanting to see us. I don't know if that's actually true. If it's true, then I'm ready to rock, yeah.
The underground stage brought performances and Bible studies by some great punk and hardcore bands. But for most hard music fans, the main stage was one of the highlights of the fest. The inimitable Greg and Rebecca Sparks opened the stage the first 3 nights with excellent brief worship sets. Then it was off to the hard music races, when the entire night was given over to the gripping, ripping rock of Pillar, Stavesacre, Blindside, and Project 86.
Kind of nervous. This first show we've been nervous for a long time. But we were really honored to play on this stage right here because many bands have played here, and it was an honor to be here and play in front of this crowd here at Cornerstone.
Till
As the clock struck midnight, plenty of musical choices remained. The Rock and Roll Worship Circus returned to the underground stage. Michael Knott rocked Encore 2. Living Sacrifice kept the main stage hard rock momentum blasting until the wee hours, and thousands gathered for the midnight bonfire and worship time with the Wayside at the beach. As Wednesday night faded into Thursday morning, the wonderful delirium of rock and roll overload was in full effect. Thursday dawned with the sound of helicopter rides and tired campers lumbering to life. But while many struggled to gain consciousness, many others hit the ground running. While there are obviously those who meet their physical exertion quota in mosh pits, there are others who look for more traditional ways to get their heart pounding. The Cornerstone Games offer multiple sporting opportunities to all ages in a friendly, sportsmanlike environment. It all goes to show there's more than one way to break a sweat at Cornerstone.
We hardly ever put on makeup because we're so sweaty.
Thursday offered a full platter of music, seminars, and warm summer sun.
Here comes the sun, amazing.
The music on Thursday started at 1 o'clock at the acoustic stage with an impressive set by Jeff Elbell and Ping. Other musical legends offered excellent sets throughout the day, including Terry Taylor, The Choir, The Lost Dogs, the Mark Hurd Songwriting Contest, and Michael Rowe. Also at 1, the Decapolis label showcase kicked off for a long day of diverse music, including a rousing set by acoustic punkers Calibretto 13. At 2, the indoor stage brought a special set by One Bad Pig, a truly old-school Christian punk band with roots back in the earliest years of the fest.
It just blew my mind. All these bands, all these people, the great ministry, the diversity of people that were here even back then, of races, of ages, from all over the country, old hippies and young punks and you name it. They were all here. It was really great.
Offering a look at the modern side of Christian punk was the always popular Ace Troubleshooter. The new band stage featured Mos Eisley, Lasso, Tomorrow Never Comes, and Car 27. As evening dawned, the gallery started looking a little different. The Wycliffe World Music Night brought the Celtic folk of the Crossing, the African-influenced Izibongo, the sounds of India played by Aradhna, the tribal and confrontational Psalters, and the percussion overload of Madison Green. The end of the night saw members of all of the bands take the stage for a long, free-form jam. Daniel Amos, along with keyboardist Rob Watson, who hasn't played with the band since the 80s, rocked the Cornerstone Mag stage with a set loaded with oldies and newer songs, making for a show that thrilled DA fans to the core. Bill Maloney and the Vigilantes of Love followed with a set of brand new music and a glimpse of the next phase of the Troubadours' career.
You were such a welcome sight in my rearview mirror.
The main stage featured a night of high-energy rock, pop, and punk with PAX 217, Reliant K, Five Iron Frenzy, and MXPX. PAX 217 made their main stage debut with no small amount of gratitude for the opportunity.
We're just so honored to even be on the stage and, to go on 3 years from impromptu begging on, to play main stage with other great, amazing bands that are friends of ours. It's rad, man. We love it.
Hey, this is Matt Thiessen from Reliant K, and if Cornerstone was a topping that you could get on your pizza, I would get extra.
Five Iron Frenzy went through a bit of an identity crisis.
Yes, King always puts on a good show, and I love it every time we're here in Memphis. Bushnell. Looking for a peanut butter and banana sandwich, a little peanut butter and banana. If you guys get a chance, maybe go stop by the Piggly Wiggly for me.
We got a plan. Here we go.
The night was closed by everyone's favorite arena punkers, MXPX, who blasted through a set of new tunes and classics with garage abandon and big-time style.
We started in '95, started touring. It was our first tour, and we came by Cornerstone, and it was just like, whoa, it was like being back in high school almost, you know? It was a lot of fun.
The late night rocked as Encore 1 brought the farewell performance of Zayo and the crushing sounds of Embodiment. Encore 2 featured the eclectic Judean radio static and the glam rock concepts of Alan Aguirre's Spyglass Blue. Meanwhile, on the gallery stage, the Violet Burning premiered brand new songs and polished off some classics for an enthusiastic crowd.
Where the light is strong, nothing's missing.
Though 2 full days of music, teaching, and culture remained, many were already saturated. The blitz that is Cornerstone, however, slows for no one. The indoor stage was particularly packed for the fresh-faced hip-hop of goatee artist John Rubin, the gritty hip-hop of Dirt, and the manic alternative pop of the Benjamin Gate.
And possibly the complication.
Seems like Cornerstone's always been fairly accepting of the hip hop scene. I think as the music's getting better and as people are starting to stretch out and get into open their horizons a little bit, and really, you know, hip hop's becoming more of a well-rounded art.
Meanwhile, the Decapolis label showcase featured a particularly eclectic blend of sounds. The New Band Showcase introduced the world to J. Roddy Walston, Slow Coming Day, Mercury Radio Theater, and Bestiary. On the other end of the stylistic spectrum, the Silent Planet Acoustic Stage brought a full afternoon of excellent music from 8 different groups, and then a special tribute to Beach Boy Brian Wilson, celebrating the release of the excellent Making God Smile record Silent Planet debuted at the fest.
I know perfectly well I'm not where I should be. I've been very aware you've been patient with me. I wish that every kiss was never ending. One every night.
The gallery featured an excellent set by Adam Again member Ricky Michelle. Longtime Fest faves The Choir and the 77s coupled up for an old-school romp and were followed at midnight by another stunning and beautiful set by Over the Rhine. The The underground stage cranked out some epic old-school punk rock with the Remnants, Officer Negative, the Blackjacks, Head Noise, and the driving emo rock of Roadside Monument. The HM stage went with a different kind of old school. One of the highlights of the year for metalheads was the reunion of White Cross, including vocalist Scott Wenzel and guitar wizard Rex Carroll. The two hadn't played together in many years, and the grateful fans got an earful of the old White Cross sound. Fellow veterans Tourniquet closed the night with a typically tight set.
Before they die,
For many, though, the main stage was the place for the night. The Altar Boys proved that they had it all going on 19 years after their Cornerstone debut in 1984. The rest of the night featured impressive sets by each member of DC Talk as solo artists.
Expanding the boundaries of music and whatnot. That's what I'm fully into, and so that's why I, decided to come and be a part. I'm excited. I gotta get to the stage and rock and roll.
I know you punk rockers are mad at me right now, but I don't care. How punk rock is that?
Kevin Mack stretched the audience with an impressive batch of songs that pulled from his solo debut and cover tunes as varied as Tony Bennett and Queen. Fellow talker Tate stripped it all down to basic rock and roll. Toby Mac closed the night with a powerful set of hybridized hip-hop rock.
It's nice to be here and see the diversity and walk through the different tents and just, there's no festival like this on the planet. This is it.
There was one full day of Cornerstone left, and a cool breeze helped folks get the most from it. The indoor stage brought sets by, among others, the Australian band Beanbag and the emerging modern hard rock of East West. The new band showcase gave the world a peek at Elevator Division, Great Fiction, Antiphony, and Brownhouse. The Decapolis label showcase brought another barrage of various styles and sounds. The acoustic stage brought another 9 unplugged sets, including a different look at Greg and Rebecca Sparks, Tom Prasada Rao, John Austin, Over the Rhine, and a last-minute addition, Michael Pritzel.
Be set free if you need.
The gallery stage got started early with a rare full band set by Christian goth pioneer Brian Healy and his collective Dead Artist Syndrome, which included Derry Daughtery of the Choir, Mike Rowe of the 77s, Jimmy Abegg of Vector, Charlie Peacock's band, and the Ragamuffin Band, Jeff Elbell, and others. Brian's set was followed by another impressive entree by Jeff Elbell's Ping, Canadian songbird Carolyn Aarons, and the legendary Lost Dogs. The Cornerstone magazine stage featured Nashville's Kaylee Rain and the dreamy and impeccable Jacob Stone, following up their amazing debut in 2001. The underground stage churned out sets by Modus Operandi, The Soul's Unrest, Norma Jean, Stretch Armstrong, and altar boy Mike Stan. HM closed out their impressive year with Soterios, Grip, Crimson Thorn, and Still Breathing. Meanwhile, the main stage was presenting a wildly diverse night of music. The stage opened with a special church service featuring the music of No Greater Love and was followed by cult favorites Pedro the Lion, who took the massive scale of the main stage down to more intimate dimensions by pausing for conversations with the crowd.
Should you shave? Like every day, you mean? You seem pretty clean. Is it just like 5 o'clock shadow you're moving? I wouldn't worry about it, man. I mean... God bless the Indian summer. God bless the Indian summer.
Jennifer Knapp followed with yet another impressive set of impassioned rock and roll. The night, and the fest for many people, was closed out by a moving and generous set by longtime fest faves Sixpence None the Richer.
Cornerstone is a very special place for us as a band, and me personally, I met my husband here, fell in love with him here. We held hands here for the first time, and there was no kissing, just holding hands.
For the hard music folks, one of the most anticipated shows of the year was still on tap. Veteran hard rock punkers Goaty Hook chose Cornerstone as the venue for their farewell concert. After over a decade, the band called it quits with a massive, turbulent set, complete with wild costumes and a broad-reaching set list. Hook fans, though sometimes despondent over the loss of one of their favorites, sent the band off in style. It happened again. For the 19th time, a phenomenon of faith, art, and fellowship exploded upon the prairie of West Central Illinois and in the hearts of thousands. Minds were stretched, hands were raised, souls were stirred, and feet were moved to dance. The seemingly impossible became possible as 25,000 family members gathered for their annual reunion. Like children playing at their father's feet, looking up to see the approval in his face, participants in the Cornerstone experience ran wild through the grace of God. In 2003, Cornerstone will celebrate its 20th such miracle. Hopefully you will share in this incredible experience with us. Mark June 29th through July 5th and visit cornerstonefestival.com for all the details. As if this one massive event wasn't enough, Cornerstone just had twins. Beginning in 2003, 2 smaller chips off the old stone will roll east and south. Cornerstone, Florida will rock the Central Florida Fairgrounds in Orlando on May 9th and 10th, and Cornerstone Festival NC will see a piece of the rock land squarely in the rural North Carolina countryside on August 8th and 9th. Both mini-fests will offer 50 bands over 2 days with a taste of the Cornerstone experience. For more information, make sure to visit www.cornerstonefestival.com.
No, I sat back there and slept sideways on a hill in a tent and froze and stunk and took a bath in the lake. Then I realized it was a lot cleaner if I just learned how to play guitar, so I did.
Water? I'd love some water. Oh. You were right, that was good. Woo!
On June 30th, I turned 29 years old.
I was just gonna say, all this means is that we're old.
Yeah, that night I wet my bed.
Oh, that's awesome. And highly dangerous.
Yeah, see, that's why you shouldn't do that.
Yeah, guys, don't get us in trouble, please. So, everybody give up a big hand for creation. Creation didn't let us surf the buffalo, so everybody give a big hand for Cornerstone. All those gosh darn festivals with the letter C in them.
But inside they're so sad. They chew through the day and waste all their thoughts at night. So how can I tell them the way that they live could be better?
All the days I have wasted chasing down the winds of empty praise, and all the time I have lost searching together for places in my heart is restless. It finds no peace. I was made for you. I have bargained with my future. I have wrestled with my past. Like a drunk man trying to be sober, every day I face the empty glass. My heart is restless. It finds no peace. I was made for you. Try to catch that dream. You never will, 'cause these legs were built for standing still. On Sisyphus, you may
little Prince Charming wouldn't play. Picked up all his toys and walked away. No happy ending, final kiss. Bet you never thought that you'd end up like this. Now you waiting, disbelief, till someone sweeps you off your feet. You can walk a million miles, fake a million smiles, hit the line of duty. But you don't have to make believe, 'cause everyone can see you're a sleeping beauty. Yeah.
I say it's you I'm sparing, but that really isn't true. It's me. It's me. It's me who needs to be spared by you.
You want it? Take a piece of my mind while I run through your brain. You want it? I got thoughts spilling, I hope they leave a stain. You want it? Take a piece of my mind while I run through your brain. You want it? You thought I got thoughts spilling, I hope they leave a stain. Last album I was holding back.
Everywhere we rock, everywhere we go, and every type of thought, and every type of show. We got divine inspiration. We got divine inspiration. Everywhere we rock, everywhere we go, and every type of thought, every type of show. We got divine inspiration. We got divine inspiration.
Now, will that be coming to the track?
Yes, y'all.
Bring it on back.
Yes, y'all.
One time for the mental beat release. Most that drop.
Something. Don't really wanna die here.
Can't seem to find a job, but that's okay. I'm doing it wrong. I know I did that way. We're gonna fix it right now. Yeah!
Feelings, all of me.
nothing better. The girls and the guys, and so these.
There's this thing in the world, something that many of us have grown to love and enjoy. And these, actually, it's a collection of things, and they're called the Veggie Tales. We in Reliant K have found out that the Veggie Tales are best accompanied with ranch dressing. And actually, we were given the honor and the privilege, just like playing here, to cover a Veggie Tales song. It's called The Pirates Who Don't Do Anything. Yep, because they don't do anything at all. But the reason why we're doing this song is because there's this movie coming out October, guys. October 4th. Can everybody say that? October 4th! Coming out in the movie. That's right. It's called Jonah, and it's about some guy with stuff and fish.
Here's how the song goes.
Yeah. Anyway, go see the movie, and here's the song. We are the pirates who don't do anything, just standing up, lie around. And if you ask us to do anything, we'll just tell you we don't do anything. Thanks.
They're trying to kill me.
Generation!
seems we're falling through, darling, you know that is nothing. You know that is nothing. But if we long enough, I will always go to the store. Say the words we'll always hear. I won't need them anymore. If these first words start to stop, it sounds slightly out of tune. It's the opening of hearts, it is the closing of the deepest blue. You like the aprons and girls, we're all make up on these trees. Pulling on a bit too tight, I got splinters from these trees. If it seems we're falling down, if it seems we're falling through, darling, you know that is nothing. You know that is nothing new. Come and touch this heart of stone, like the rain in springtime. I just need to be with you. Nothing else can heal me. No, nothing else will do. There are things that try to take me for a ride. Nothing else on earth.
Guess I plan to lie so low, like a snake in the mud. 'Cause I don't wanna show my fangs to the innocent or spill any blood on your shiny floor, on your shiny floor. So I try to be agile, like a Saskatoon lynx. 'Cause I don't wanna set your world on fire or spill any drink on your shiny floor, on your shiny floor, on your shiny floor, on your shiny.
Do you hear the bells ringing? Do you know what they really mean?
What does it mean?
Is it for a wedding or a funeral, or are the skies turning green? Smell of rain hangs thickly in the air as the sweat makes you shake clean. My wind is coming twice as hard as any storm you've ever seen. As the Reverend pulls his ropes along his lane, try to warn his sheep of the fight. They will soon see for themselves. This is the moment you have songs. Try to steal the future that was born. Is as real as the night is long. That is the day when you tell your own soul so long.
Well, I'm all ready, baby. Sun shower. under branches I stretch my high finger up to a drop. Runs down my hand just like yours used to.
Tonight, I'm still steaming. Didn't you get the feeling from the radio? Didn't I see you racing across the sky? You never reached the moon, but I did. Wake up. Yeah, some of the time your head starts spinning. Took your line. Yeah, your riddles and rhymes shimmer, shine like luna. You get the feeling from the radio. Didn't I see you racing across the sky? Didn't you get the feeling from the radio? If you ever reach the moon, or I do, reach the moon, or I do. Yeah, if you ever reach the moon, or I do. Yeah, if you ever reach the moon, or I do. Goodbye.
Yes, King always puts on a good show, and I love it every time we're here in Memphis. Bushnell. I love it, and always good show, always good. Basically, I'm looking for a peanut butter and banana sandwich, a little peanut butter and banana. If you guys get a chance, maybe go stop by the Piggly Wiggly for me. I just want to tonight. We got a hunk of burn love for you tonight, people.
Any final thoughts? Any things for your peeps out there?
Don't eat while you're on the toilet. That's just some good advice, sir.
Yeah.
All right. We've actually been talking about it for 3 or 4 years, doing the Elvis thing, and originally we were all going to dress up like Elvis, but we didn't have enough time, and we had one day at home, and I was like, hey, I'm going to go by the costume store, and all of a sudden there was an Elvis costume, and so yeah. This is my 9th year, actually. I came for a couple years before our band even started, and it's fun. No, I don't know. It's sweaty and dirty and loud, but it's the most fun you've ever had. It's my favorite festival. It's really cool. I know that a lot of times it's easier to watch the DVDs and to play the Nintendo than it is to do your schoolwork, but that's for a reason, because you should play the Nintendo, kids, and don't worry about the homework. It doesn't matter in 20 years.
That's so true, dude. For me, it was.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Cornerstone 2002, and all of your Cornerstones, how does it rank?
I don't know, this is pretty fun. We had a good time. I mean, we kind of just did the fly in, fly out kind of thing, but the show was awesome. We had a great time. The kids were pumped, and it was our first time headlining the main stage, so that was just a really cool experience for us. We had a great time. Well, it's definitely a little bit different, but we've tried to make it a little bit more intimate, slow it down a little bit, talk to the kids, even though it's just like heads. But you know, I was connecting with those people in the front row. It was pretty cool. We started in '95. Started touring. It was our first tour, and we came by Cornerstone, and it was just like, whoa! It was like being back in high school almost. You know, it was a lot of fun, and we just kept coming back, and I don't know. It's gotten, as our career's gotten bigger, so it's, you know, the crowds at Cornerstone have gotten huge, and I've been really stoked to see Cornerstone grow as a festival.
Anything you want to say to your fans out there?
We just totally appreciate everybody out there that supported us over the years, and we hope to keep coming around and see you guys again.
It was weird, just because it's like only our second year playing, and they let us play on the big stage, and we were like, whoa, that's crazy. And we got to play with like MXPX and 5 Iron. We're playing right now in PAX 217. It was probably like the funnest lineup I've ever seen at a festival. So I don't know, it was a great time, basically. We always used to come up here, and we live like in Ohio. It's like about 12 hours away, so we'd always have to try and bum rides off people, and so we'd always try and find bands that would let us like do merchandise for them and stuff, and always come out here. And dude, for real, some of the fondest memories of, you know, just growing up are from Cornerstone and stuff. So working on our 3rd record right now. It'll come out probably March 2003. Just playing. We're going on a tour in the fall. It's called the Back to the Few tour. With Bleach, with Bleach and Fillmore, and this band called Holland. They're new on Tooth and Nail. So, hey, this is Matt Thiessen from Reliant K, and if Cornerstone was a topping that you could get on your pizza, I would get extra. Yep.
Well, this is only our 2nd appearance. Last year was cool. Last year was intense for us because we stayed on the grounds, you know, so we got the full Cornerstone dirt grunge thing going. And then this year we got hotels, so we're sellouts, man. We're wimps. Cornerstone is a very unique environment, and it's not just because it's so dirty and everything. It's I don't think there's another festival out there with this many bands. I don't think there's another festival anywhere in the world with this many bands. I'm sure there might be, but I don't know about it. That's one of the most unique things, and the cool thing that it sets it apart is the different styles. Some of the festivals are very like just contemporary and just pop oriented, and they bring in a few edgy bands, and you know, they want to reach the kids. And Cornerstone is just as far as like all the music that comes in, it's everything. When you're walking by, you see Celtic worship and Savior Machine just screaming, and over here you got, you know, an acoustic set and everything, and it's like something for everybody. So I think that's the coolest thing that makes it unique, is just all the bands and the environment that is created here is cool. I know a lot of bands have been here for years, you know, and main stage at Cornerstone is just like this huge honor, and I think that's one of the things that I haven't been nervous for a show forever, and I've been nervous for this one since we got booked, like back in January or whenever it was. I was just like, we're playing main stage with who? You know, and I think the biggest reason is because it's such an honor to play there. We just want to live up to that honor, you know, to put on a good show for everybody, and at the same time present the gospel. And I don't know. I think the reason I'm nervous is because we're playing with 3 other great bands, you know, and we don't want things thrown at us, you know, like spears and nunchucks and stuff flying at us.
It's so hot here
and humid.
It
was nice.
See, because we're from the Northwest, so we're not used to this kind of weather.
It's like a big hug from God. I really liked it.
Actually, what we had to do was pretend that we were space travelers and that we had landed on a different planet. We call it Planet Cornerstone.
Yeah.
And here on Planet Cornerstone, the there's a lot of aliens that are really freaky looking, but we seem to blend right in with them.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
We slept in the van with the AC on all night long.
Yeah, for 5 nights, because it was so muddy outside, you really couldn't camp.
Yeah.
And everybody likes to roll around in the mud here, and I don't think they realize that this is a cow pasture on the off days, so everything smells really interesting.
Yeah, it's nice.
But what was really cool is the sense of community here, because if you go to other festivals, it's cool, but the bands don't really hang out with each other all that much. But here it's cool, because like everybody knows everybody, and there's like this super family atmosphere. And so now coming back, 2-3 years later, it's like a family reunion. You get to see all the people that you love and that smelled really bad last year, and they smell really bad this year too.
Yeah. I'd say a third of the people that were there this year were there last year.
Yeah.
And so we've got 2/3 more. And
the tent was actually
great,
full this time. It was cool up until the power transformer blew, but the tent was full, and it was really amazing because we had our indie record last year, and a lot of people knew the songs, so it wasn't that awkward like teaching people these worship songs things. They would just go for it, and they sang, and their hands were up and their eyes were closed, and then it's just awesome.
The midnight slot on the underground stage it's pretty fun.
Yeah,
it's really neat.
It's not quite as hot either as the rest of the slots. Like, I don't know how the bands do it when they're playing at 2 p.m. on the encore stage. They're just like pouring sweat. It's warm.
Yeah.
But playing at Cornerstone is like that. The climate here is very like that.
It's very nice.
It's kind of cool. I feel like God's given this. A lot of people think that we've tried to push the envelope of creativity, and that it's been a real deliberate thing to have this unique sound and this unique look, but it's really just honestly who we are. And the same with the sound and of the band, and so it's cool because God has just made us this way, and we're just expressing our hearts to Him, and it's really hitting a lot of people, and I guess there's a need for it in the market, which is cool because I don't really think we knew that. And so, but what's been so amazing is we actually really aren't the circus. The people have become more of the circus than us, especially like here at Cornerstone, where you have like the hardcore freaks and the hippie kids and the punk kids and the moms and the dads and the grandpa hippies and the just like all these different people groups, that like normal kids, just like, and everybody is underneath this one tent and they're worshiping the Lord. And it kind of was a circus in a sense, and then we just play rock and roll and we worship the Lord, and this barrier that is normally between stage and crowd just is gone, and God stands there in the middle of it all. It's amazing.
I'm Lee Nash from Sixpence None the Richer, and Cornerstone is a very special place for us as a band, and me personally, we've been playing for at least 9 years now in a row, I think we started in 91 or 92, and just absolutely love it here, and it's such a great environment, and I feel really comfortable. I feel comfortable walking around and look forward to just kind of hanging around in the heat and the hay and the smell and the whatnot, and just adore it. I met my husband here, fell in love with him here. We held hands here for the first time, and there was no kissing, just holding hands. But we had a great time, and it will always be special to me for that reason. And I think it's just a really special environment because these are people of God that put it on and are very careful about everything that goes into it. And I think it shows. It's a very sweet atmosphere, and that's what makes it so special.
And it seems like a good festival this year. Seems like good, wholesome people wanting to have a good time, expanding the boundaries of music and whatnot. That's what I'm fully into, and so that's why I've decided to come and be a part. I'm excited. Another book of poetry coming out in about a month. It's called Slip of the Ink, and it's going to be a rather deep, dark affair, but it's really fun. And it's got a lot of songs that I've written about humanity and just kind of learning more and more about people as I go, and learning more about relationships the older I get, and human beings just get more interesting with time, So the book is dedicated to people, searching for the truth.
How has the solo career thing been?
Oh, it's been horrible, man. It's been horrible. But it's been a wonderful roller coaster ride nonetheless. I really put out a record that I felt like I would be happy with for years to come, and again expanded the boundaries of myself as an artist and wanted to do music in general. and I felt like I did it, and I'm proud of it, and appreciate you guys talking to me, and I gotta get to the stage and rock and roll.
I just watched John Rubin, and I'm getting ready to watch The Gate, man. I want to play up here, not down there. I want to play up here.
We could probably work that out. So.
That would be fat. No, it's just nice to be back. I mean, I don't know what year it was, but it's probably like 93, the last time DC Talk was here. And now they, leave it to Cornerstone to bring us individually out. Everybody else tries to book DC Talk, or one of us. Cornerstone brings all three of us out. So it's really cool. It's nice to be here and see the diversity and walk through the different tents and just, there's no festival like this on the planet. This is it.
It was rock at its finest, man, for us, and it was a blessing, dude. Everybody was rocking, and a lot of kids came out and was playing songs that people rejoicing together. It was fresh, man. We had a great time. It's been rad. We're just so honored to even be on the stage, and to go in 3 years from impromptu begging on, to play main stage with other great, amazing bands that are friends of ours. It's honestly by far our favorite festival of all the festivals that we've done. We're up to play Warped Tour here in a week, so we might get taken. That might get shot down with Warped Tour. I don't know. It's kind of, but just everybody here and just the mix of people, everybody coming together, whether they're into punk rock or hardcore or indie stuff or, drum circles, the whole deal. It's fresh. That's what we're all about. We love all the people, and so it's just fun. It's a bit of a dirt bowl, but other than that, we blow our noses and keep on rolling.
thought hell was a place you go to, but your hell on earth is true. This is the healing. Give me the tears from all your bitter years. Healing, solve the wounds, the healing will come soon. Sunken ships rest upon the ocean floor, where I make my home, dodge the draft once more.
Cornerstone Festival is turning 20, and you're invited to the party. There are concerts, there are festivals, and there are experiences that defy categorization. When 25,000 people, 300 bands, and scores of amazing teachers and speakers gather in one place at one time for one purpose, something amazing is bound to happen. Since 1984, that something has been the Cornerstone Festival, and it's time you got in on the action. Cornerstone Farm is a 580-acre campground in beautiful west central Illinois. Walking the grounds, you'll find over a dozen seminar venues, 3 exhibition halls, an art gallery, sports competitions, an independent film festival, and 11 different official music stages. Grab something to eat at the massive food court or grill something at your campsite. Play a pickup game of basketball or volleyball, or lounge in the summer sun soaking in the rays and the tunes. Splash around, canoe, or fish in Lake Wildwood. There are countless unique experiences waiting for you. For teens at Cornerstone Festival, Breakaway is the place where faith meets life and heart meets mind. Breakaway sessions combine vibrant praise and worship, drama, teaching, discussions, and prayer, and come up with a strikingly relevant reflection on the excitement, struggle, and meaning of the Christian life for today's youth. It's great to be a kid at the Cornerstone Festival. There's so much to do and so much to get your hands into, literally. For starters, there's Artrageous for Kids. Here you get to do things that mom would never let you do at home. Kids can create masterpieces on paper or on their faces, whichever they prefer. Now head on over to Creation Station. This is where our youngest fest goers come to see clowns, puppet shows, jugglers, animals, plus educational and fun drama. Learning is definitely not an afterthought at Cornerstone. Each year, the festival brings together several of the most engaging, informed, and original thinkers from a wide variety of fields to create Cornerstone University, an environment of challenging, informative, and potentially life-changing seminars, panel discussions, workshops, and studies. Three of the most popular programs at Cornerstone function as unique arts communities. Artrageous is a visual arts program with daily seminars, hands-on workshops, and a gallery exhibition. The Imaginarium presents an exciting and unique approach to popular culture with seminars, movies, and hands-on workshops surveying science fiction, fantasy, and myth. The new Flickerings Film Festival offers screenings of independent and international films and seminars relating to filmmaking and critique. Cornerstone will send you off to the races all day long. Start off with 3-on-3 basketball and soccer. Drag your youth group into the team tug-of-war. If you're looking to shred some concrete, head to the skate park with a half-pipe and street course for serious skaters and bikers. If you've really got what it takes, ascend to new heights at Cornerstone by conquering The Rock. So along with those sleeping bags and notebooks, don't forget to pack your sneakers. Cornerstone Festival is known best across the country and around the world for one thing: music. Come prepared to be overwhelmed by over 300 artists on 11 different stages across the fest grounds, each with its own atmosphere and audience. No matter your preferred genre or style, Cornerstone has you covered. Witness the debuts of new artists at the New Band Showcase. Enjoy festival favorites at the Gallery stage and critics' picks at the Cornerstone Magazine stage. Mellow out at the acoustic stage, or do just the opposite and bang your head at the underground stage or HM stage. The Decapolis stage combines showcases from various record labels with an eclectic group of independent bands and thought-provoking devotionals. You'll find some of the biggest names in Christian music at the huge outdoor main stage every night. Like to stay up late? We've got plenty of stages that are just getting started at midnight, as well as late-night worship at the beach. It's easy to see that Cornerstone is the best place to survey some of the most exciting music on the planet. An explosion of music, a university of seminars, a rainbow of the arts, a barrel of fun. Cornerstone is a place where the metaphors work overtime. It stretches heart and mind, making for an amazing experience for anyone who's ever attended. The true focus of Cornerstone remains finding and falling in love with an infinite creator. At the heart of Cornerstone is a love for Jesus that inspires all of the energy, all of the creativity, and everything we have to offer. Come celebrate the 20th birthday of this life-changing event with us. As if this one massive event wasn't enough, Cornerstone just had twins. Beginning in 2003, two smaller chips off the old stone will roll east and south. Cornerstone, Florida will rock the Central Florida Fairgrounds in Orlando on May 9th and 10th. And Cornerstone Festival NC will see a piece of the rock land squarely in the rural North Carolina countryside on August 8th and 9th. Both mini-fests will offer 50 bands over 2 days with a taste of the Cornerstone experience. For more information on Cornerstone Festival, including news, testimonials, updates, artist interviews, record reviews, photos, streaming audio and video, or to order tickets, please visit our website at www.cornerstonefestival.com. Or you can call us at 773-989-2087. You can also snail mail us at Cornerstone Festival, 920 West Wilson Avenue, Chicago, Illinois, 60640. Don't miss the limited edition Cornerstone 2002 Video Scrapbook DVD, a multimedia romp through the video footage shot at last year's fest, including many extras. All advance ticket orders placed before February 28th will receive a free DVD while supplies last.